Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Jake Bray. He's had three wins, 19 defeats, 2 draws, and he's a middleweight boxer, and I'm glad to get you on.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it myself.
And my first question is, how did you get your nickname?
It was on the way down to a fight. I don't know if you know. Do you know? Have you heard of Carl Fail?
Yeah, yeah.
Signed by Frank Warren. Yeah, yeah. Well, I went to fight him. I think it was my second or third bout. I think.
Second.
Um, yeah, and I was on the way down, and my coach said to me, "He's like, have you ever Googled yourself?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Just do it, just out of curiosity," because we had a long drive down. And as we were driving down, I Googled it, and there's a little article, obviously, Carl Vale versus Jake Bray, but there was a picture of Carl, and then on the versus one, there was a picture of Chuck Norris holding 2 guns. And it just started off as a joke, and then it just sort of stuck, and I'm living with it now.
So it just came about because BoxRec had that like that.
I don't even think it was boxer. I think it was just like a random article. We just looked at it, and I just had a picture of Chuck Norris on there. And it was like say it was just a little joke, and then it just sort of stuck.
Ah, fair enough. We'll get on to that fight in a minute, but you made your debut in 2021, the 11th of September against Johnny Kiley, and we'll get on to your second fight later, but that was your debut and it was over
Yeah.
4 rounds. How did you feel in there as it was your debut at the Bolton Whites Hotel?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was good. I believe it was Johnny Boyd as well. I believe it was his debut as well.
It
So yeah,
was.
it was nervous like because obviously it was the first one at it now. But no, I enjoyed it, mate. Once I got out there, I enjoyed it. Look back and I got the thrill of it then, and obviously carried on.
Mm-hmm. Were you selling tickets for that fight or have you always been the away fighter?
I've always been the away fighter. I've had a couple of opportunities to sell the home tickets, but I don't do very good. I think I did well on my first one, and then after that it weren't so well. So I just stick to being the away fighter.
That's fair enough, mate. Were you happy with your performance on your debut or did you?
Yeah, yeah. I think I did all right. Yeah, battling with nerves and everything else. It was all new to me. And obviously being the away fighter, anyway, you get your boos and you don't really get no, support in the background. So it is a bit daunting. But yeah, no, I feel like I did all right.
Mm-hmm. Then you fought, well, that famous day when you got your new nickname,
Yeah.
you fought Carl Fail.
Yeah, yeah, that was is a, you know what he's a good bloke in general, in and out of the ring. But yeah, no, it was a tough fight that, and I was nervous for that because some of the other lads told me a bit about him, and I was like, oh God, so I was already in my own head. And then like the sort of as it coming up to the fight, then it got delayed a little bit, and I was like, oh no, I was like, just prolonging it, but I did all right. I managed to get to like the third round, and then stupidly, I don't know why, because obviously he's a really good kid. I decided to have a fight with him, and he caught me, and he caught me good, and my legs just went, so I just tucked up, and obviously the ref stopped it. But
That was round
yeah, no,
4.
was it the foot? Oh yeah, sorry, it was the foot. I think it was like a minute and 40 something left or something like that, weren't there?
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, no, he caught me, and he caught me well. My legs went, and I just killed up, like just tucked up and just covered up. But yeah, he's good. He's a good kid. He'll go far.
did he hit hard?
Yeah, yeah. And he was very ranging. He's always pressuring as well. So I didn't get a break. But yeah, he did it hard as well, which is deceiving because I looked at him and I thought, oh, he's a tall kid. I thought, they can't be packing that much power, but he can bang. He can hit, like, so yeah.
Yeah. And then you had Billy Allen in Barnsley.
Yeah, yeah. That was all right. That was a steady fight, that one. It was a
Mm-hmm.
steady fight. Not, the usual sort of stuff.
Do you think you could have won that fight if you put it on him?
Yeah, yeah. I do. But it's boxing, mate, innit? It's what it is.
Because not all the time you go for it, do you?
No, no, not all the time, no. No, there's like I don't know, it just depends on how you feel on that. If you feel up, you feel up for it and you think, you know what, I'll go out there and give it a performance.
Because you might have
But it's
had
just like,
you might have had like a 4 round dust up the week before.
Yeah, exactly that. It's how it's how the recovery from the following fight the week before, like you've just said, and then how you're feeling about the next one. You just maybe just want to, get through it,
Yeah,
survive.
yeah. Because I've spoken to a few journeymen before, and they said some nights are easier than others.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. Because like so far down the line, you like same as the other lads, you probably so you learn your craft and you know what you can get away with, and you sort of learn your way around the ring and little tips and tricks, to help you get through it. But
But
then,
then
like I
you,
said, go on, sorry, well.
I said, then you fought at the Magna Centre. You had a debutant again in Will Simpson.
Yeah, he was good. He was really good. He was really strong. But I think he retired. I don't know for whatever reason after that, but I don't know.
Oh,
I think he's still involved in helping in boxing, but I don't think he boxes anymore. But he was a tough fight. I was lucky to get through that one. I thought he was going to stop me.
was he another one like with heavy hands, like heavy
Yeah,
fighter?
yeah, really heavy hands. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
If he
felt.
stuck with it, how far do you believe he could have gone?
Uh, I don't know, mate. I don't know because I say obviously I never obviously other than me fighting him myself, I didn't see how he performed. With
Mm,
other people, there weren't really much on him. But it's going off my own experiences. I think he could have gone far. I really do.
hmm Was that a hard night at the office?
Yeah, yeah, that was a tough night. Like I say, I was lucky. I thought he was going to stop me. I got to the third, and I thought, right, two more. I got to get through this. I got to get through it. And like I say, he was just hitting me, but it's like he was hitting me with boulders, and I was just like, oh, just trying to hold in.
Yeah, yeah. But and then you fought Brian Collins in Liverpool.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, southpaw, tricky southpaw. He
Awkward,
is
isn't
good.
he?
Yeah, very awkward. Yeah, good kid though. Good
Was
kid,
that the
really good
first
kid.
time you were fighting a southpaw?
I think I can't remember if Will was, or I'm not too sure if Will was or not, or if he just switched. I'm not too sure, but I think so. I think Brian Collins was the first southpaw. I thought yeah.
Yeah. And was that did you feel, because of course sometimes you weigh heavier than the opponent and then sometimes you're a bit lighter.
You know what, mate? To be honest, on literally all my weightings, I don't think I've ever been over. I've always made the agreed fight weight.
No, I
Um,
mean you do. I mean you make the weight, but that's like the both the fighters make the weight, but you weigh just a little bit more. That's what I mean.
all right. Sorry, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I say, I've made it. Always make the agreed weight. I don't know if I've actually fought anyone who's lighter than me. Obviously, I never really check it. I make my weight, and then that's that.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's what you need to do. Then you fought fellow road warrior who goes on the roads as well, Paul Scaife.
Yeah, yeah. Ball scaife. Yeah, I remember that one in Barnsley.
Was that his home fight?
Yeah, yeah, that was his own fight, yeah, in his hometown, yeah.
Did you go for it in that one?
I can't really remember to be honest with that one. It's sort of, you get your standout fights that you do remember, and I don't know. I think it was just one of them ones. I don't know. He just sort of, got on with the job.
Yeah, because do you bump into him on the road as well? Because he fights on the road.
Yeah, yeah, quite often. Yeah, yeah. I'll always bump into him every now and then. Same as most of the lads, some shows you go and you'll see other lads and you'll not see him for a few
Jordan
fights.
Granham's a common one, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think, you know what though, believe it or not, in all my fights, I don't think I've been in, or I might have been on one show with him. I'm not too sure.
Oh,
But yeah,
really?
yeah, really, yeah. But he is a popular one because ones that I've been to watch and stuff, and that he is a very popular. He's tough though, isn't he? He's
Yeah, man.
very tough.
Top amateur as well. On his day, mate, solid fighter.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to wind him up wrong way because he can fight as well, can't he?
Same with Poochie. He retired recently, but he was a legend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mate. Honestly, this is another little story, but on my debut with Johnny Boy, he was there, and I can't even remember what fight it was because obviously he had loads, didn't he? But like I was dead nervous before, and Poochie just give me some advice, and he was like, "Just enjoy it, mate. Just enjoy it." And obviously at this time, I didn't really know what it was like, And then as I, watched a few of his fights and then seen like his ring walks and then realized how much of a character he is, but he's a top bloke. And then I think I've been on a couple more after that with him. But yeah, he's
That's good.
he's such a guy.
I mean, his ring walks were good.
Yeah, yeah, that's not many about like him. If not, he's definitely one of a kind. It's a shame he retired, but he's a legend in the sport, especially in the weight corner. Anyway,
Probably one of the best journeymen to ever do it.
oh, definitely, definitely, such a showman. But he can fight as well, and he's proved he can
Oh yeah,
fight.
right. I was at one of his fights when he won. I mean, jeez, he was on
Yeah,
smoke that
yeah.
night.
Sort of towards him finishing up, I think he caused quite a few upsets,
He
didn't
did,
he?
yeah, and then he had about 4 dropouts in a few weeks.
Yeah. That's the only thing, and you start giving it a fight back, and they start dropping out and pulling out because they don't want it.
hmm But then you thought of the O2 Academy in Bournemouth against Flynn Jude. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can't remember it now, but yeah, I do remember that one. Yeah, yeah. We got fight of the night for that. But a lot obviously same again, lost on points. I don't think the points what were given were fair because I believe he won all 4 rounds, which that was a good fight. Like I said, we got fight of the night, which
Mm.
tells you something that it weren't just a one-sided fight for a fight of the night.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a
Um,
one. If it was fight of the night, it wouldn't be like a 40-36 shutout win.
no, no, because then it won't be fight of the night, it'd just be
Mm.
boring. But it was toe-to-toe, it was a good scrap. And yeah, obviously, it's the name of the game. I don't mind the losing on points. But it's sometimes when you're not giving your fair share of the rounds,
It could have
it's
been a
annoying.
draw that one, really.
Yeah, 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 exactly, yeah. But it's the only, like you say, it's the only thing going in the away corner. You're fighting against the odds, aren't you?
Yeah, it is what it is, though. But and then you fought Jack Roberts, you got your win,
Yeah, yeah,
first win.
in my hometown, yeah.
Was that a sweet win? Not only fighting in your hometown, but like a prospect as well. It was 4-0.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? It was a sort of a bit of a shame because I don't know him personally, but I knew about him. And then to do that in the hometown, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna go and get battered in my hometown when there was a lot of people on that show. Obviously, being from Doncaster, a lot of the lads, I knew a lot of people going,
Mm.
so it was a tough fight to be fair because like. I didn't want to, get beat in front of everyone and so it was a good fight. It was a good fight. And luckily I got the win.
Yeah. Were you happy with your performance and relieved that you got your first win in front of your friends and family?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
hmm And did you enjoy like your sort of homecoming in a way?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was good because then I think I went on afterwards. I'm not too sure if it was the fight or the fight after. Then I beat Owen Kirk, I
No, it
believe,
was
was
the
it?
fight after, so you went on 2 wins.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Which
And but
which then
with
I,
Owen, because I've had him on the channel a few times. I mean, he said his fights with you. I mean, watched them both. Absolute wars, both of them.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? He's a good lad. I can say it now because obviously before he was giving it all the talk, obviously trying to sell the fight, which I can appreciate that now. But at the time, it wound me up so much, and I was just like, I just wanted to get in there, especially on the rematch. But no, he is a good lad. But they were just toe to toe wars, yeah,
I mean, you didn't. What? Neither of you took a back step, especially because in the first fight, people were no offense, they were expecting because you look at the records and they always
yeah,
say that you would favour, especially an unbeaten one, to win. But
yeah,
you upset the crowd that night. Even though he feels like he won it, I felt it could have gone either way. It
yeah,
was a good fight.
yeah,
Same with the last one, but yeah, we'll get on to the second fight in a minute. But how did you feel
yeah.
2 wins in a row?
Yeah, no, it was uplifting and sort of I don't know. I know I lost a couple of fights after that
hmm
because obviously I'd gone back to back wins. Um, but yeah, no, it was good, mate. And it just obviously I didn't think it was possible to go in their way, and especially two on the bounce, being in the away corner. So it was it was quite uplifting.
Mm. Were you happy with your performance that night?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
Out
yeah,
of 10, how would you rate? that performance? And would you say that night you performed better than when you beat Jack?
Yeah, I'd say a good. I was happy with a good 7 out of 10, but I definitely think yeah, it was a much better performance. Yeah,
What
I think with
when you beat Owen than when you beat Jack? Better when
yeah,
you beat Owen.
because there were obviously two different type of fighters. Owen, like I say, it was quite toe to toe. It was more of a scrap, a bit of a fight. With Jack, obviously, I think he's a bit more of a counter puncher. But because I was on constantly putting the pressure on, I didn't give him time to get his work off.
Hmm.
But I feel like with Owen, like I say, it was a bit more of a fight, so it was punch for
Styles
punch.
gelled well. Yours did.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
made a
there
good
could be
fight.
you could fight 10 times and it would be different outcomes all 10 of them.
Yeah, yeah, it makes for a good fight though, doesn't it, mate? It does.
I mean, it should be on TV. You and Owen's fights because
Yeah,
shit,
yeah. I'm sure there's a trilogy looming out there somewhere, mate.
I'm sure it will. But this moves on nicely to who you fought next. Paddy Lacey, of course, you fought him in Blackpool, but they're fighting each other. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but they're
Yeah,
fighting on the
no, I
Matchroom
have.
show.
Yeah, I have seen that, mate. But same again. That'd be a good, interesting fight as well.
I mean, do you think that would be like a good fight? That I think it's 6 rounds. Do you think it'll be a good, decent fight to watch for the fans? As you've been
Yeah,
involved.
I think so. Yeah, I do. I think it'd be a good one. I don't think it's one to call either. I think it'll be a good fight.
Could go either way, this one.
Definitely, definitely.
Hmm. And with your fight with Paddy, um, like, how did you feel in there? And did he cause you any issues at all?
Um, I don't know. It was strong. Like I say, Paddy's good. He was strong. And I feel like I did all right. I don't think he definitely won. He was definitely the better fighter. Um, but yeah, no, I didn't feel too worried. I mean, but he can hit as well. He can hit. So obviously, just
Well,
trying to stay out of the
I
way of
think
that.
him and Owen's style's going to gel perfectly as well.
Yeah, yeah, no, I do, and that's like I say, coming from fighting both of them, I definitely think it'll make for a good fight. I do.
100%. But then you had your rematch, Jake Bravey, Paul Scaife 2, and you
Oh
you
yeah,
got a 40-36 win over him. So you both have 40-36 wins over one another. Does that
yeah.
also make for a trilogy?
Maybe, possibly, mate. You never know. You never know. I mean, if going on that, I mean, I could have a trilogy with Brian Collins as well because I fought him twice as well. I think there's a few fighters I fought twice.
I think you might be the first fight to have quite a few trilogies
Yeah,
within 1 year, mate.
my, my whole career will be all on trilogies.
Yeah, mate. I wouldn't put it past you. But yes, how did you feel on that night? Another home fight.
Yeah, it was good, and at that time I did all right. I had plenty of people come and watch me, and that was all right. But then after that, the following home fights, it sort of deteriorated a bit, and that's like I say, same again. That's why I end up, being an away fight because obviously I can't sell the tickets. So
Hmm. But then you fought. That was a good performance against Paul. Then you fought Casey Brown, another prospect at the AJ Bell Stadium. I
yeah,
think that's a rugby stadium, is it? Or am I wrong?
yeah, I believe so, mate. Yeah, yeah,
So
it
you're
is. Yeah,
boxing sort of in these stadiums, but it's like a suite sort of thing, isn't it? In a
yeah, that's
stadium.
right. Yeah,
But
it's
that's
sort of like a
still pretty
function.
cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the best one of the best parts of going about a bit. Getting to see all these different venues and go and travel about a bit. It's really good.
And with that performance, how do you rate your performance against Casey? And was it because of course he's a good boxer, slick as well, isn't he? Quick
Yeah,
with his
yeah,
hands.
yeah. I mean, he is a good boxer. But on that night, I even said to my coach, I didn't feel like I performed my best that night, and I was disappointed in myself. But everyone has the off nights, don't they? But it's nothing to take away from Casey because he is a good boxer.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was just a bad night at the office for me, that one.
but you've still got the 4 rounds under your tank, which is the main
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yeah, of course, mate, of course.
And then you fought at this. So 1 week you're fighting at Manchester, then you're fighting in Essex the next week. So it's just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you fought Gideon Jones. Well, Onyanan, that's what his surname's Gideon Onyanan, but on Instagram when I speak to him and I've had him on the channel, he goes by Gideon Jones.
Yeah, yeah. That was the one at the Essex one, was it?
That was at the Circus Tavern, Purfleet.
Yeah, yeah. See that one, if it's the one I think it is, that was a very, very controversial fight. That because I didn't get awarded any rounds anyway, but
No,
I
you
got
did. You
low
got
blood.
one round,
Oh, did I get one round? I
39
got
37.
All right, well that surprises me. I thought I did better than that anyway, but I kept getting low blowed as well. And I mean, I think it was towards the end of the fight as well. I got low blowed again, and I went down. And but obviously the ref didn't stop it. He just said let it carry on. Which obviously, luckily, nothing serious happened. But I got low blowed a good 4 or 5 times,
Mm.
and the ref just let it, kept letting it slide. So that was a frustrating fight. That. It was a very frustrating fight.
He's fighting in an area eliminated next week.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's
Oh, that'd
doing
be.
well.
Yeah, that's good then. It's good to hear. It's good. I never, I never bring any fighter down, but the
Yeah,
fight with me, I got low blowed, like I say, four or
you
five
felt
times at
a
Louis.
little, not like you're making excuses, but you've just felt a little hard done by that night.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not taking anything away from him. I mean the fight. It was a steady enough fight, but the low blows was making it more frustrating than anything.
Do you like seeing the people you fight do well?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still like Paddy Lacey and that. I still message him, when he's got fights and that coming up and stuff like that. Yeah, I always like to see the lads doing well, and I'll even drop them a message if I see, they're making a big fight or they've got a good fight coming up. I always message them, saying good luck and wishing them good luck.
Mhm.
Wish
Another
them
one
all
of
the
your
best.
mates who you fought, I think, twice now against Brian Collins. That was your,
Yeah,
I mean, trilogy with that as well. Wouldn't put it past
yeah.
you guys.
Maybe, mate, maybe he could be in pipeline.
But that was at the Liverpool Olympia. So you're ticking off loads of like arenas,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
good.
That's it, mate. Yeah, just
Boxing
slowly
all
getting them
over
on.
the country, you.
Yeah, I know. That's it. Yeah, I think it'd been Northampton, Bournemouth, Manchester, Liverpool.
Essex,
Yeah,
Hull, Doncaster as well. Just everywhere, mate. Manchester,
yeah.
yeah, just been everywhere. What's been your before we talk about your other fights? What's been the best arena you fought at and why?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Um, you know what? I think myself personally, I don't think I've really fought anywhere big yet. But I like Winter Garden. I like Blackpool Winter Gardens. That seems to be, a good little, a nice little venue.
You fought there
Um,
a few times, 3 times maybe,
yeah, I think
few
Owen
times.
Kurt, Paddy Lacey. I think two, maybe. I'm not too sure of thinking about it. But
Maybe
yeah, no, I've
Johnny
been.
first fight.
Uh, oh no, no. Johnny Boy fought Josh Morgan on one. I think that's where he fought at the.
I think that was AJ
Yeah.
Bell, that one.
Are you sure? I'm sure that was
Oh
Winter
no, that was
Gardens.
Winter Gardens.
Yeah,
I think I've got a poster somewhere over there that he sent.
yeah,
It was Winter Gardens because Johnny likes that fights there quite a bit. He does,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we'll get on to the second fight you had with him in a minute.
yeah,
But let's talk about this Brian Collins second fight you had.
yeah. I can't. You know what, mate? I can't really remember that much. Like I say, there's the standout ones that you can remember, but then sort of like you say, the rematches and stuff are a lot more harder to remember
And
because
your
it's sort
wins,
of
I think
say,
they could stand out quite a bit.
yeah, yeah, because it's not very often it happens. So yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, you fought him. But one you probably do remember and probably will still have a headache from is the rematch with Owen Kirk.
yeah, yeah. That was it. That was a good fight. I thought I did enough to nick the win. But obviously not.
No
But that
offense. I
was
thought it was close on the night. I thought
yeah.
it was very close. I was shocked how it wasn't put on later on the card because I thought that could have that stole the show by a mile in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, it
on
was
the
it
night,
was a
I
good
nicked it
fight.
to Owen. But was I surprised with the draw? No, I wasn't.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. It could have gone either way. Like I say, obviously, it's one of them. I thought I probably did enough. He thought he probably did enough. So I was happy with a draw, to be
Because
honest, mate. Because
I gave you the first two, I thought, and Owen
yeah,
said he gave you the first two as well. Well, I
yeah,
can't remember
yeah.
what he said, but he said he gave his. I think his dad said he gave you the two, but they thought they won 4-2 as well.
All right, yeah,
It,
yeah,
it was a close fight, and I
yeah.
thought
No,
at
definitely.
the end of the day, you can if it went your way, couldn't have argued. If it went his way, don't think you could have argued. But I think a
No,
draw as well, you couldn't have argued with any
no,
outcome. And I think the amount of times you can fight, you couldn't. No one could agree because it could be another draw, or you win, or he wins. Play that
yeah,
20 times and it could be even. I'm telling you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
two just like you just I love it when you two fight. You just have absolute wars, and I'm sure maybe hopefully one day that's for like the central area because or just put on a big because Steve does do good shows and I like what Steve's doing,
Yeah.
but I mean I reckon with your fights, I reckon it should be at least on Frank Warren boxers just match him undercard. I mean, it's just an amazing fight.
Yeah, yeah, no, it would be good. It would be good. I agree with that, mate. Yeah, like I said, the styles just gel, don't they?
Do you feel like you won 4 out of the 2, or how many rounds do you feel you won on that night?
I don't think I won. I don't think I won four. I thought I don't know. I thought I just edged it. Being the more of the aggressor and putting it on him more. But like you say, obviously it all goes on what the judges are scoring on or the refs scoring it on.
Were you
But
disappointed that you didn't get the nod?
No, to be honest, mate, no. I was happy with the draw. Obviously, there's always a slight disappointment, especially in my own town. I would have liked to have had the win, but I wasn't disappointed because it was a good fight, and we even spoke about it afterwards. So the both of us, it was a really
And
good
I saw
fight.
your thing on VIP that you both did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was good. It was a good fight, and sure, hopefully down the line that happens again. But you had a rematch with Johnny Kylie. I think it was in like the tournament.
yeah. The eliminator for the
You
central
stepped
area.
in, didn't you? I think Owen
Yeah,
got injured.
yeah, that's right.
Something
Yeah,
happened
so
with Owen. He was telling me, but yeah,
yeah,
you fought
yeah.
Johnny again, and was that hard to take? As it was late notice.
I think it was, but it was that same again. That was probably one of the better fights I had, but that was toe to toe between the both. Was that that could have gone
I mean,
anyway,
Johnny
really.
likes a scrap as well.
That's it, and I think that's what it is because obviously myself, I'll admit it myself. Boxing, I'm not a very good technical boxer. I just can fight. I just
You've got
fight.
that dog in you, though.
Yeah, that's it. But so, like I say, same as Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy's got that as well. So, it made that same again made for a cracking fight.
At the end of the day, with the result, is you journeymen don't necessarily always go to win, don't really mind losing, but like you guys just love a fight, don't you? And
Yeah,
some of you just fight for the money and fight for your family.
yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, yeah. That's the enjoyment of the sport. I mean,
Do
you've
you
got to
think
enjoy it.
if you could sell decent amount of tickets, how far do you believe you could go in the sport?
Uh,
Gone.
I don't know because I see a lot of these boxers and a lot of them are technically good at boxers. I say there's only so far your toughness can take you, isn't there? With the lack of skills. Not saying that I couldn't pick anything up along the way, but I'm technically wise. I'm not very technical. Like I say, I just like a good fight. So
Nothing
probably
wrong
not
with that
that far.
though.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And then you fought Niall Brown, who not sure, but what I've seen of him, he's a hard hitter.
Yeah, was that on Pat Barrett's show?
Yeah, that was at Oldham, that one.
Yeah, I think he'll go far. I do think he'll go.
Yeah, he's good.
He's really good and he is a big hitter as well. He did hit. There was a couple of times he hit me and I was surprised I was still standing afterwards.
I mean, I'm surprised with some of the shots you guys take. I mean, with that Owen one, I'm not sure how you were both standing up at the end.
I know, yeah,
Few
yeah.
other ones, I'm not sure how you guys are not going down or just still standing. It's incredible. But yeah, did you enjoy boxing on a Pat Barrett show? Was that your first time boxing on Pat's show?
It was, yeah, yeah.
And
That
was
was
it
the
a good
first.
experience boxing on Pat's show?
Yeah, yeah, it was a good experience. Like I say, it was just a tough kid, so it was a very tough night. But yeah, no, it was good, mate. Yeah,
Hmm. Then you fought Stanley Stannard, who recently fought on a Sky Sports and fought for an English eliminator, and he's got a title fight upcoming for a Commonwealth silver title. So you're fighting people who were going for straps, which I mean,
yeah,
Johnny's also got the central, but he's
Central
fighting
area.
for on TV and stuff. So that's good as well, isn't it? That you're fighting
Yeah,
people
of
for
course it is.
titles.
Yeah, it's one of them as well. It's sort of pinch me moment as well. You know, when you're looking and you watch, sat down watching and fighting, you think I've shared a ring with that guy. It's a bit surreal at times, but yeah, no, that's it. That's the caliber of people I've been in some really good people, and
Stanley's good,
it's like
isn't
I
he?
say, yeah, he is really good. Yeah, he
Do
can
you
hit
remember
hard as well,
much
and I
of
think he
that
was just.
fight?
Is what? Sorry.
Do you remember that fight well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was a good fight, mate.
You knew it would be
I
that
had to be
one.
I had to be on the ball on that one, and I think he just come back from a hand injury, so I don't think he was fully 100% anyway. But he could hit hard anyway. He was a big heavy hitter.
I reckon he'll win his title on I think it's October he's fighting for the title, but yeah, I reckon he'll win it.
Yeah, no, I do. I've got every confidence in him.
Yeah. He's and that defeat, in my opinion, will make him hungry, make him stronger as a fighter as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And then let's talk about your 4 round war with that was at Doncaster Dome as well. 38-38. I mean, just you love a war at Doncaster Dome, don't you? Especially
Yeah,
there. I think
yeah.
if you're not there when he's fighting at Doncaster Dome and you're local, then you're missing a treat.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, I think it's the same again, isn't it? You're in your hometown. You just sort of, that wasn't, the one, is that the one with Dale Harrismith, that
Yeah,
one, was
Dale.
it? Yeah, I see on that night, I didn't think I didn't box very well at all. And I'll be honest, I even told Dale as well, I thought he did enough to nick it. But same again, I was happy with the draw. Um, I was just sort of like a dog, like a deer in the headlights. I was just sort of like,
I thought a draw was fair, if I'm honest.
yeah, no, like I say, obviously, I haven't really watched it back. It was one of them. I was frustrated because I didn't box well. I sort
It's
of
on
is one of the
YouTube.
ones. Is what? Sorry.
It's on YouTube. Like all the fights on
Yeah,
VIP always on YouTube's.
yeah. No, well, there's like that one. I just avoided it myself
Hmm.
personally because I didn't think I performed great. That's all.
And are you friends with Dale? Is he's on the road with you quite a bit?
Yeah, I bumped into him a few times on the road, but yeah, no, I spoke to him. He's another good bloke on the road, Dale.
I
I
think.
think he's actually having his 100th fight soon as well.
Oh yeah, is that his last fight? Do you know? Or
I'm not too sure to be honest. I haven't spoken to him in a bit, but I know he was going for
because
the
if it is, I
Centurion.
mean, you may as well jump on to it because it'll be a war for his final fight. That one,
I
that would
know,
be.
you know what, mate? I'd love to as well, but I've seen the date and I think it's the 21st of October, and I'm away on holiday, so
How
it's a
are you?
shame. Yeah, it's a shame because that's the first thing I thought already. Because I think we mentioned it when we had the fight at the Dome. Dale said it'd make for a good fight for his 100th.
How 100%
Um,
it would.
yeah, but obviously, like I said, I've seen the date on the poster for him, and I'm on holiday. You see.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. But that would be a good fight if you rematched as well.
Yeah, yeah, no, it would be good.
What fight have you gone home after the fight and said that's been my worst performance, like, or just very disappointed with yourself that night?
Oh, um, I think it's got to be between the Casey Brown one or the Dale Harris Smith one. I think it's between the two because it's been one of them where same again, both I've just not performed on the night, and when you can be so much better in yourself.
Mm.
And I've watched like I've watched them back, and then I look and I think I could have done this, I could have done that, I weren't doing this, and it was just one of them. It's just you learn from it, don't you?
Yeah, it is what it is. Then you fought Ben Berman. Unfortunately, you got stopped in 2 minutes 40 of the last round, so
See that one
that was
that
faulty.
yeah, it annoyed me so much that fact because I wasn't hurt and I was throwing back. In fact, I was even saying I can remember I was on the ropes and he threw like like a daft flurry where they go like and for like about 6 punches that I've got nothing behind him.
What
I
did you
literally
just block
I
them from
like
the guard?
I tucked out, pivoted to the side. I threw shots. I threw a shot into his stomach before I turned around to go towards the corner, and then he went to throw another shot, and then the ref called it, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "I was fine. I was perfectly fine. I wasn't hurt, and I was throwing back, and he called it."
And I mean, is that hard to take, especially when you get stopped as well? Is that the
Yeah,
hardest
I
one?
mean, I don't mind if I get stopped. I get stopped to it, but it's when you're being stopped and it's for something like that. Like that, in my eyes, I shouldn't have been stopped, and that messed me up big time. That because then I was out again for 28 days. Eh,
Did that upset you like a bit?
Oh, a lot, mate, a lot. Because as you can see when he announces the winner, I was frustrated. I was frustrated, mate. Even his corner said to me it weren't a stoppage.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and it's just it's just a tough pill to swallow, mate. Nobody wants to get stopped, but especially when it's not actually a stoppage. It's
And 20 seconds as well, which is just
and yeah,
makes it
uh,
even more irritating.
yeah, exactly, mate. So close to the finish, and like I say, I wouldn't mind. I wasn't even giving signs that I was fatigued. I was quite comfortable in that fight. I even said to my corner I was comfortable. So I don't know
Yeah.
why, if he saw something different, I don't know.
But then you fought 23rd, uh, 23rd of April against Nathan Shepherd at the Manchester, the Fuse. It's the Fuse.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fuse, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
fought there.
He's a good kid. I think he's coming up to his fourth. He's got his fourth fight coming up soon.
Yeah, fourth
Yeah,
or fifth, I think. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no, he's another good kid. He's one of Henry Wharton's lads, isn't he? He's a good kid.
Who do you train with again?
Uh, who do I train with? What is in
No,
like the
like
other
who's your
box?
trainer?
Oh, Jimmy Harrington.
hmm
Yeah, and then
And
we've
how
got a
long have
couple
you
of.
trained with him for?
Oh, I think I've been there for about 8 years, maybe just over 8 years now.
That's good. And then after Nathan, you fought David Thompson. Again, that was at the Bolton Whites Hotel, so you fought there a few times as well.
Yeah, I can't remember that one though, to be honest with you, mate.
I think that was in May, it says.
Yeah, I can't actually remember. That's one I actually can't remember that one.
Mm. But yeah, you lost 60 to 54. Again, probably doesn't tell the story. I'm not sure if I watched that one. I've watched most of them, but the odd
Yeah,
one I don't find a way to watch or just don't have time.
yeah, yeah.
But then you fought again. You fought in Derby against J.R. Smith. He's a decent lad.
Yeah, he is. If it's the one I think it is, yeah, he's a good kid. He was a big hitter as well, a really big
I think
hitter.
he's got a yeah. He's a good fighter. I reckon he could go pretty far.
Yeah, I do. It was, it was really strong, and it was one of them. I sort of like went in, and I thought, I don't think I so much underestimated him, but I thought, no, I should be fine here. And then when he started hitting me, same as like I was saying previously about Will Simpson, it was like he was hitting me with bricks in his gloves. He's naturally
I mean, I'm
heavy.
not surprised that you can't remember some of these fights. I mean, because you've had so many wars. I mean,
Yeah,
just
I know. I think I need to start being a bit smart. I don't, mate.
but and that it definitely explains your last one because that Mario Silva. I mean, I think your corner pulled you out after round two, but I mean, I've seen him fight, and jeez, he can whack, can't he? Massive
Yeah,
hitter he is.
yeah, and you know what? He's really good as well. And I was frustrated at first, but then looking back, because I was frustrated that they pulled me, because I was like, I was fine. I'll get through it. But looking back, they did the right decision because I was taking big clean shots.
Yeah, mate.
And like I say, he'll go. I think he'll go far. I think he will go
Oh,
far.
he will, mate. I mean, I see him stopping you journeyman, and I'm just like, I can't wait to see what I mean, many people just avoid him. I've heard, and
Yeah,
just it's like fair play to you guys, though. I mean, the fact you wanted to continue is just amazing because you've just got that warrior mentality, and you just
yeah,
want to complete every fight. But sometimes, you just need to listen to what the corner
Yeah,
call you out.
that's it. Yeah,
If he
they
just
could
let you
see
to
him.
fight another day, didn't he?
Exactly, mate. Which at the time, I spat. I'll be honest, I spat my dummy out, and I was like, "Why? I can get through it." I walked off, and I walked to the changing room. But then, like I say, we watched it back on the way home, and to be fair, it was the right decision. Like I say, I kept catching big, clean shots to the face, not even like taking any of it. It was all to the face.
Looking
So,
back, do you agree with his decision now, or
oh yeah, definitely, 100%. It was looking after me, and that was all that matters.
yeah,
I could have, I might have had to swallow my pride, but at the end of the day, it saved me to fight another day now.
it is. And I know it's coming to the back end of this year, but how many? Of course, you've got your medical. You said that you want it to sort out, but how many more? Once that's sorted out, and hopefully it gets sorted out soon. Roughly, what, 2 more fights, maybe 3 before the end of
What
the
for
year?
this? For the yeah, hopefully, mate. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I
Of
go
course,
away in
you're
October.
having October probably out to sort it, and you've got holiday as well, or whenever you get it really like done, really, isn't it? Your thing,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
medical.
So I've had it all done this week. It's just a matter of getting it sent off now.
Oh,
But then, like I say, so I mean, I'm back in the gym, back training, back getting fit anyway. So I'm hoping to get at least a good 2 or 3 before the year's out, definitely.
now that's good, mate. Any home fights or any target dates? Do you know?
No dates as such yet, and I think as as far as the homes go, I think I'm just going to knock it on head because it's just too much aggro. I'm constantly chasing people, and I can't sell that many anyway. So I mean, stick to being in the away corner. It's less stressful.
If Owen Kirk or Paddy Lacey got injured, would you jump at the opportunity if all was good?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always happy to get it back on. It'd be good. I think, like I say, with them fights as well, it'd make for a good fight.
Who would win
But
that, or are you just staying on the fence?
I'm staying on the fence with
I
that one,
respect that,
mate.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we both agree that it's just going to be a full out amazing, just an amazing fight overall, really.
Yeah, like we was on about previously. I think
Because
the styles will gel.
Owen will go forward. Owen would want to press the fight because that's the sort of fighter he is, isn't it?
Yeah. But like I say, when I fought Paddy was the same. He put the pressure on with me as well. So
Yeah, because Paddy Lacey's also fought James McCarthy, who's signed with
yeah,
Steve.
yeah, he
I
did. Yeah,
mean,
did
that
he
would be
stop?
another good fight, UV McCarthy. I'd like to see that if that ever happened.
Yeah, he's a tough guy as well. Yeah, that'd be a good fight,
I
wouldn't
mean,
it?
he fights everyone just like you.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I think he went abroad as well to fight as
I
well,
mean,
didn't he?
he's crazy. He fought Sam Egginton on a week notice or something.
Yeah, no, I know he's a tough guy. He is a tough guy.
Yeah, good guy he is as well.
He is, mate. I've been on a couple of shows with him, and he is a nice guy.
Have you made like many mates on the road? Is who you see week in week out, and who's one of the main ones that you see on the road like most weeks?
Uh, Not so much at certain ones, but it's sort of like you do bump into the regular people. But no, I don't think there's anyone who's sort of like you sort of like when you're happy to see him though. But it's the same. I'm happy to see all lads. To be fair, a lad who I do bump into a lot, but I think I'm not too sure if he's not. I don't know what country he's from, but he's called Rustem Fat. Is it Fat Cullen?
Oh, him, yeah,
Yeah, and his English isn't great, but he's a brilliant guy. I tried speaking to him a few times, through the translator. He's a really lovely guy.
yeah.
It's always nice. It's always nice to see him.
Oh yeah, I see him down at the shows all the time. Like he fights every week as well. He's
And
he's tough.
he's a tough. Yeah, I was about to say you took the words out of my mouth. He is a tough guy. He's a tough guy.
He got an upset win the other week.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll have to have a look for that one. Who did he fight?
He fought Amir Kayani and beat him
All
on.
right.
He dropped him and he beat him on points. I'll send the link over in a minute.
Yeah, please do, mate. Yeah, I'd like to watch that.
But yeah, he's cause I've seen him fight a few times live and on like YouTube and stuff as well. He's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is good. He's tough as well. He is tough.
Have you ever bumped into Robbie Chapman?
I haven't bumped into him on the same night as fighting, but I watched him when I went to watch Johnny Boy win his Central Area title.
Oh,
I didn't.
against Reese.
Yeah, I did. I bumped into Robbie there, and he's a nice guy. And I tell you what, he's tough. He's a good boxer as well. Very good boxer. He's a
He
very
is.
tough
He is.
guy.
He's good. He's good. Um, what were your thoughts on the Reese Woods v Johnny Kylie fight? And did you expect Johnny to get the stoppage win?
Um, I'll be honest, I personally think it was because I did speak to him and I said that, if he does put it on him, I think he will struggle to deal with him because obviously I've watched Reese fight,
I
and I
thought
don't
you fought him, but that must have been somebody else. I might have got
know.
confused with somebody.
Yeah, no, that's probably the one of the few VIP fighters I haven't fought.
You'd probably fight him next year or later this year.
Yeah,
You just never
maybe.
know.
Maybe, but we did speak about it after, like this was I think it was after our second fight, and I said that if he was to put it on him, I think he'd struggle because like I say, Johnny Boy's tough and he can fight. He's got that dog inside him, and obviously he went out and did what he did.
The thing is, whether you would have beat Johnny in that rematch, if you beat Johnny in the rematch, you would have fought Reese for the Central Area. And do you feel like looking back now that tournament could have changed your career round if you now looking back
Um,
at it?
yeah, it could have done, but the best man won, and like I say, he went on to win, the full thing, which he fully deserved, and got nothing but respect for Johnny Boy as well.
Mm-hmm. So if when Reese was fighting Casey, who did you expect to win that one?
You know what? Obviously, I'd not really seen much of Reese, but me fighting off of Casey, and obviously Casey fought well against me. Obviously, I said I didn't fight my best, but I thought Casey had done it because, like I say, he's very slippy, and his movement is
Reese
good.
has
Is
got
good.
again that fight. Even though I thought because I thought Reese did enough on the night personally,
Yeah,
but because I watched it on YouTube and I've watched it 3 or 4 times because that's another good fight.
yeah.
Same with you and I win that second fight. I've watched that about 10 times, but yes, that Reese and Casey could run it back, but I think Casey's having a bit of time out due to I think he's had his partner's had a baby recently or something.
All right. Oh, nice,
I
nice.
I'm not sure for definite, but
Yeah.
he's just so you don't jump to a conclusion, but
No, no,
I've heard something like that.
no. Yeah, no.
But yes, just in case I got it wrong. But and that's somebody else. And then he fought. I think he fought that on Sky, and now he's having a bit. Well, he is having time out. That's what I know for a fact, but I don't know
Yeah,
that whole reason. But
yeah.
yes, yeah. But who did you, before I let you go? I should have asked you this earlier. But did you have like an amateur career, white collar, or
I had an amateur career, and it wasn't the best. I mean, I started off really good. I think my first 3 or 4 fights, I think I won all four, and then after that, I took a lot of losses. I think it was so similar to my professional career now. Um, but it was one of them. So I was doing it in amateur, so why not do it in professional sort of thing? No, I wasn't getting the decisions in amateur, so
what was your amateur record like? Roughly a bit of 50-50 or
no, I think it was more losses than it was, wins. Sort of similar to now, I reckon. And not as I think I've actually overtook myself on the professional. I think I've had more professional than I have amateur now. But I had lost quite a lot, so
when you turned over to pro,
yeah.
was the goal always to like go in the away corner or originally was your plan to be a prospect?
You know what, mate? It was just a matter of taking opportunities and seeing where it goes. I never really planned for anything. I never thought I'd turn professional. Obviously, thanks to my coach and my manager, he made it possible for me.
Mhm.
Um, but I never thought I would do. So I'm just happy just to see where it goes. I take every fight as it comes, and I'd like to get on a TV show before I do stop.
I'm
But
sure
yeah,
you will, mate, with the amount of fights you've had and the amount of headaches you probably have after your fights and the war you've been in. I mean, I guarantee you'll be on that TV very soon.
hopefully, mate. Hopefully that that's the one
Fingers
thing I
crossed
just
for you,
want to tick
mate.
on. Yeah, thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
So is that your like? Of course, certain journeymen have like certain amount of fights they want to reach. Like certain people said 50, 100, 90 or something like like a mark in
Yeah, like a milestone.
like
Like
a
yeah, where they
milestone.
want.
That's what I was trying to mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a milestone for you?
You know what, mate? No, I don't think I do. I mean, obviously I've seen a few of the lads on road, getting their Centurions and stuff, and it would be nice, but I mean, I'm just gonna see where it takes me and see how I feel because I don't want to fall because obviously inside and outside of the ring, I love the sport and I don't want to fall out with the sport.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't stop at a good milestone, I don't. But if I make it, then obviously it's a
But
bonus.
you've had over 20 fights, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it's something like 24
Well,
now, I
that's
believe.
that's sort of a milestone, getting over 20.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm maybe I'd like to try and hit 50, at least
Yeah.
50, I reckon, and then
Yeah.
see where I feel from there.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, that's all good, mate. And before I let you go, do you want to just thank just whoever, like anyone who's helping you, whether that's sponsors, family, just anyone?
Yeah, yeah, no, just sort of say thank you, obviously, to my coach and my manager, who obviously, got me where I am today, along with Sean and Michael in the gym who help out as well. And there's a couple of lads who sponsor me, and it's a bit rubbish because I actually can't remember the name of the companies, but they sponsored me for this year to get my medical done. Matty Harness and Blake Haselton, I can't remember if that's how you say it, but they've helped me out massively to get my medical on the go this year.
What's your gym called again? Just shout out the gym you train out of.
It's Freedom Boxing Club in Doncaster.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, thank you for your time, Jake, and good luck with your fights either later this year and next year, and just yeah, and thank you for your
Yeah,
time. It's been a pleasure, mate.
no, thank you, Sam. It's been a pleasure to be on, mate. Like I said, I've seen all your other interviews, and I'm glad you asked me to come on, mate. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, mate. Anytime, mate. And yeah, just thank you for your time.
No problem. You take care, mate.
And you, mate. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye bye.